Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at the Crochet V puff stitch, which makes this lovely pattern. It is reversible and it's lovely and squishy, and I'll be going through some tips on how I make my puff stitches to try and make it a little bit easier. To start off, we're going to create a slip knot, and then we are going to chain multiples of 4 plus 2. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's long enough for my little sample that I'm doing with you today. And then I'm going to chain 2 extra, and the 2 extra is really for the part of it that kind of goes up. So we're chaining along, and then you go up, across, right. So in the 3rd chain from the hook, we are going to put a single crochet. So not the one on the hook. 1, 2, 3. So your hook goes in, yarn over and pull up a loop. You now have 2 on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. And then we're going to chain 1. Because we've chained 1, we're going to skip 1 and put another single crochet into this next stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next loop, 2 on our hook, yarn over and pull through 2. And you're going to do that all the way down. If you would like to pause here and continue on, that's great. And if you'd like to continue with me till the end, that's absolutely fine. I will go slowly. Yarn over, chain 1, skip 1 into the next one, single crochet, pull through 2, chain 1, skip 1 into the next one, pull up a loop, you have 2 on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2, chain 1, skip 1 and into the next one, a single crochet, yarn over and pull through 2, chain 1, skip 1 to the next one. Have I got it all? We have 2 loops on the hook and pull through 2 again, chain 1, skip 1 into this one, yarn over, and the last one we don't do a chain 1 here, we go straight in and do a single crochet. Then, so that is the first setup row. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, switch that around like a page in a book. We are going to ignore these first 2, and in the gap, so not in the top of the loops, in the gap between where the chain 1s were made, we're going to put our hook and pull up to make our first puff stitch. Now, a secret, well, one of my tips for making puff stitches even is to pull up the yarn to about where you think the stitch needs to be. And if your tension is correct on your other fingers here on your other hand, you will yarn over and do the same again. That's twice, yarn over 3 times, yarn over 4th time. Now I'm going to do 4, but you can do as many or as little for the puffs that you want. Then yarn over, keep your hook facing downwards and pull straight through all of those loops. Now if you did keep your tension similar for each one, the hook should come through quite easily. If it doesn't, unravel it and go again. So now we're going to seal the puff, this is how it is in my mind. I'm going to seal the puff by taking a yarn over and pulling it through. So now it's sealed, and this is the first half of the V puff. We're going to chain 1 and do up another puff. So yarn over into the same space, yarn through, and remember to pull it up to the height that you want your puff, which is roughly the height of the stitches. So that's once, yarn over twice, yarn over 3 times, yarn over 4th and last time for us, yarn over, and again make sure your hook is facing downwards and pull through, and it should come through smoothly all of those stitches, and then we seal it with another chain. That's our first little puff, and it will even up as we're going. So that was our space where the first one is. This is the next space. So this is where the single crochet is. That's where the single is being pulled up a lot, but it will even out once we're done. That's the space, and that's the next single crochet. We're going to skip this chain space and go into the next one. We have a yarn over here, into the next one, and pull up again to a good height. That's the first 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over and pull through all of those and that chain there. Then we chain twice, 1 to seal it and once for the gap in the middle of the V, and we do another puff. So yarn over and pull through once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on your hook. Remember, keep that up, and as you pull through, as you're pulling the last one through all of them, keep the tension, keep the hook upwards, so you're not letting it slack like this, you're keeping it high. So a little bit of tension there, keep it high as you pull through, and it'll be much easier. And then chain 1, and that's the end of that one, sorry, so you don't chain another one. So we now have 2 little puffs, V puffs. We're going to go all the way down. So we're going to skip a chain space and go into the next chain space. So yarn over, pull it up to the height that you think it should be, and it should be kind of level with the other ones that are here. Yarn over twice, yarn over 3 times, yarn over 4th and last time. You can count the ones you've got on there to make sure there are 9 of them, or however many you've been doing all the way along. And remember, when you do the yarn over and pull through all of them, if I slack it like this, there's a chance of it getting caught. If I move this upwards, there's a chance of the hook getting caught in the yarn threads. But if I keep the tension high and my hook facing downwards and pull through as I keep that tension, it should come through smoothly through the puff. Yarn 1 chain to seal the puff. We're in the middle of the V, so another chain, yarn over, and another puff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the tension all the way through. Wonderful. Okay, next one. Leave that space in the next space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn through all. Chain 1, chain another. Yarn up. 2, 3, 4. Keep your tension and seal that. There we have it. Our first row of puffs are done, except we just got the end to go here. In the last stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet. So yarn over, 3 on the hook, pull through 2, so we have 2 left on the hook, and pull through the last 2. And that is our first row. We now do the puff stitch row, which repeats. Chain 3, turn like a book, and now we work in these gaps in between the V puffs. We ignore these gaps just in the V ones, and we're just creating V puffs. So into the gap, pull up the yarns. You can see like the height of this double crochet, that's the height of the puff I want. So that was once, yarn over twice, yarn over 3 times, yarn over 4 times. Yarn over, keep the hook down and the tension high, and pull through all of them. Chain 2, another one, 1, 2, 3, 4, pull through all of them, and chain it to seal. That's another puff, and now we go again. So remember to keep your tension high, and remember in the middle of the puff, chain twice. You'd seal it and then you chain 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pulling up the tension. I'm being very firm as I do those yarn overs and seal it. And that's what makes a nice squishy even puff. We keep going. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over another one, 3 times, 4th one, and through all of them. Again, 2, 3, 4, and last one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one here in the space. In this space here, we are going to do a double crochet because there's height here. So yarn over into the space, chain through, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. And you can see it's forming wonderfully. Let's do one more row. Chain 3 times, 1, 2, 3, turn over again into the V puffs, create the new row of puffs. Now, as we're going through, I can say to you that this yarn that I'm using is a cotton yarn, and the stitches are very clear. That's why I chose it to demonstrate to you. But the look of it is slightly different to the one that I showed at the beginning, the sample that I was working on in the beginning. And there's a reason for that. That other yarn is a cotton and acrylic blend, and therefore the acrylic is creating a fuzz, and the fuzziness kind of fills in any like gaps in the crochet, whereas the cotton is much more unforgiving. You can see every stitch, so it's quite sort of clear how it looks. It doesn't sort of hide any mistakes. So this is a good example of how different yarns can give a very different look to the exact same stitch, and I will compare them both side by side. And of course, the cotton being this plain cotton being what it is, there's no give at all in the yarn so it can be a little bit more hard wearing on your fingers. especially if you're quite new to crochet. Fourth one, pull through all, yarn, chain one, and then in this space we're going to do a double crochet. Let's pull that along so you can have a good look at how it's looking. And of course, cotton with time will get softer and softer. And they feel really nice and squidgy. Let's compare that to the other sample that I was working on before. Of course, this is a cotton and acrylic blend of yarn. You can see, I don't know how easy it is to see, but there's like a tube of cotton, and then I think within the tube is filled this acrylic, and it's a lovely colour fading yarn. And you can see how this one looks, which is also DK weight, whereas this is the Aran weight yarn, slightly thicker. You can see how different it looks. This with the halo looks much more fuzzy, and this is much more cleaner. So that is the Crochet V puff stitch. Please let me know how you get on with the instructions and following along. Do let me know what you make with this. And of course, what always helps, I think what helps is once you've finished your item, to create an edge all the way around. If you were to create like a little edge, you could do lots of different edgings, but maybe even a simple single crochet all the way around would even it up and make it look very neat and tidy. I think this pattern is perfect for lots of different types of garments, for scarves. I think it would look even great to make a bottle warmer cover, hot water bottle cover. It would be great for that. And for those kitchen hot pads, I think a cotton version for that would be great in this V puff stitch. I probably would actually for this use a slightly smaller hook. I used the hook number 5. That was what the label recommended for this yarn. But I think actually going down to a 4, like this one, would actually even this up and make it look slightly neater than it does. But my technique is exactly the same for both of these, and you can see how different they look. So yeah, so do let me know what you think. What do you think of this stitch? Will you use it for anything? And if so, tell us what you're going to use it for. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.